A simple rule in Ayurveda, which all our grandmothers practiced: do not give your children raw foods except carrot and cucumbers. Vegetables are home to parasites as well. The raw food makes your gut work harder.
Raw foods for dinner is like the worst thing that you can do your body. And I know everybody who wants to lose weight somehow just says, I'm eating only salads and soups. And I silently laugh now. I've learned it from her, where you say you don't need to comment on every bit of it, you just need to absorb it. But raw foods for children, raw foods for adult, and the right time to have it.
What would you give a child that's teething, 1-year-old child? Would you give them a raw carrot or stewed carrot?
Stew.
You wouldn't be comfortable giving a raw carrot to the child because you'd be like, what if it has some kind of, tapeworms or, some kind of bacterial infection? Because remember, vegetables, fruits are home to parasites as well, are home to other kinds of unhealthy bacteria, good bacteria, all kinds of bacteria, virus and parasites. Why? Is the fruit and vegetable bad? No.
Yeah.
It's nourishment even for those parasites, even for those tapeworms.
Yeah.
Right? It nourishes our body, it nourishes also these microorganisms. A simple rule in Ayurveda, which all our grandmothers practiced: any vegetable that came home was blanched in hot water. Okay, so it would take off all the bacteria, the many hands that it has crossed, and the many containers it has crossed before coming to you. It takes away all the unhealthy bacteria. The bacteria from the soil is good, but the bacteria from the human hands is not so good, right? So we blanch it in hot water, and we always cook all our foods. The only two vegetables we had raw was carrots and cucumbers, which was given to adults, not even to children.
Yeah.
Stewed vegetables, boiled, steamed, is better for your gut because your gut can digest, absorb and assimilate the nutrients faster. Versus a raw food makes your gut work harder. Now, who should have raw foods? There's a very small part of the human population whose metabolic fire is extremely weak. We give them raw carrots, or maybe some raw cucumbers, a few pieces, but never raw beetroot. Onions also in rare occasions. We give raw onions only if the metabolic fire is very weak, but not all of us have weak metabolic fire, especially those living in the cities. Our metabolic fire is raging as a direct relationship to the city's fast-paced life.
Yeah.
You do not eat raw foods, one, because you don't want parasital infections, tapeworm eggs, if they enter the body, enter the brain, it can cause epilepsies, seizures. Considering the fact that I grew up with epilepsy, I can understand where it came from.
Yeah.
Right? So you do not give your children raw foods except carrot and cucumbers.
Right.
And avocado is a fruit, so you can give fruits raw as much as you like.
Right. And the time of the day?
Time of the day, follow the circadian rhythm. Eat between sunrise and sunset. And the best time to eat raw foods, I would say, is in the afternoon. When the sun is at the peak, your metabolic fire is at the peak, your body's ability to break down that raw food is better. Otherwise, remember, your body has to work harder to eat the raw food. In the evening is not a good time.
Right.
Evening is a great time for you to have maybe some sauteed vegetables. Lightly cook it.
Yeah.
It also improves saliva in your mouth.
Right.
The sauteed vegetables, the spices and the condiments and the herbs in it. You can have a bowl of vegetable soup, no harm.
Right.
But be wise in your choices. You don't want to have carbs, fine. No one's forcing you. But carbs is great for dinner, by the way.
Yeah.
It allows you to fall asleep better. A small bowl of rice. We don't overdo it. Just a small bowl, if you can. But if you don't want to have it, that's fine. At least saute your vegetables. Don't eat it raw.
Right. Like we were talking about allergies, now we're going to get into the peak of, the autumn season. 5 things that you would recommend for season change for children.
The 5 foods that I usually recommend when season is changing. For adults, I recommend mono dieting. Moong dal khichdi for lunch and dinner, at least for 7 days. Now the season is changing. My body naturally craves moong dal khichdi because it's like a break. It's like a holiday for the digestive system.
Yeah.
And your digestive system has been working hard since the day you were born. Give it a break, with some simple foods. So moong dal khichdi is great for seasonal changes. And, in Ayurveda, it's called Ritucharya. Ritu means season and Charya means rituals. This is a ritual you follow between 2 seasons. This allows your body to acclimatize to the new season without falling sick. That's 1. 2, for children, I usually recommend honey and ginger. Ginger is anti-inflammatory, antibacterial, antiviral, and ginger is all season. It's not a seasonal vegetable or a spice for that matter. You can use ginger in all your cuisines, and if you're someone with a very weak immunity, maybe you want to include some garlic. I like the heaty spices like cinnamon, cardamom, clove, carom seeds, pepper, black pepper, the whole pepper, and turmeric. Excellent. Turmeric is again all season. You can have it in the summers, winters, spring, autumn. It's all season. Of course, the amount of turmeric you have increases during winter and the monsoons.
Yeah.
And you have less turmeric during the summer season because it can cause yellow discoloration of your
Yeah.
skin as well sometimes.
Yeah.
So these are some basic herbs and spices that you must keep in your kitchen.
For parenting tips, celebrity interviews, recipes, conversations with experts, DIYs, and lots more. Subscribe to Kids Talk Press now.